I'm so good to you. You should treat me better than that. You should believe that I want the best for you and that I'm trying.
Do you think that there could be a possibility that I feel like I've been trying to assert myself, but I lose spirit and motivation to do so because I get cut off and maybe you forget anything nice that I may have said or that I preface a lot of what
I'll
I
tell you this,
say
it's
by
hard for me to
acknowledging.
remember the whole of a conversation. It's not that I forget the good parts. I forget almost everything that seems not important for a general worldview. So, like, you'll say 10 things, and one of those things will seem like, oh, that might be relevant later in the relationship. I'll grab that, I'll throw that in my fucking bin in my head, and the rest of it will just kind of drift away. I'm not doing it on purpose. I think it's just ADHD. And, like, if something is, like, needing to be picked up and put in my bin, I need you to highlight it for me, telling me this is important. And I know that's stupid. I know. I don't like it. I don't like myself. And I also shouldn't be demeaned for a disability, basically. I'm not medicated. If I was taking medication, I would be kind of normal. And then, I don't know, then you probably wouldn't complain about any of this or something. But one problem I think is happening right now is that in order for you to feel heard right now, you need me to drop this borderline stuff. And that is a fallacy, basically, because I am listening, I do care, I want to know what your problems are, but it may turn out that I listen, care and want to do something about your problems, but at the same time I still have this suspicion about you without that being abuse or a misunderstanding or an imposition or anything else. I might just have these suspicions of you and you're going to have to live with that. It doesn't mean I'm not listening, it doesn't mean that I'm not hearing what you're saying. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, what I'm saying, what I'm believing. You can't expect me to abandon this belief to make you feel better because this belief has solidified itself in my head now. It's going to take some time to remove it, and I need you to not be so offended about that. I mean, you can be offended if you want, but, like, if you want me to change, you're going to have to face it. This is what I think right now. And if you want me to not believe that anymore, it's going to be a tiny struggle to show me the opposite or show me something else. That's what's going to happen. And if you can't handle that, that's kind of sad because we have a beautiful, loving relationship, and it's really not that hard to confront one false belief your partner has, apparently. And I don't think it's all that false, to be honest. I think the real confronting that should be done is actually looking into what I'm saying. But whatever, either path you choose, time marches forward. Doesn't mean I don't care about you, doesn't mean I'm not listening. But I really think a lot of the stuff I've been saying to you to try to make this point to you has been ignored utterly because of your offense to the very idea. So I felt like I've done a lot of work to put down some information that might be very useful for you, that might be relevant, that might make you think twice. But instead of reading it or really taking it in or really comprehending it, you just think, oh, what a disrespectful thing for her to even try to do. And she's just trying to dismiss me and all this stuff, like, just nonsense. Has nothing to do with anything I'm actually trying to do. I'm trying to give us a framework, perhaps, by which to get better and grow as a couple and understand what is happening when you do shitty things. And good things. I don't know. I guess it explains a lot of things if it was true. But, like, yeah, I'm not going to just give that up to make you feel better. I suspect it. That's it. You can't change that fact by, like, pressuring me. So if you want to deal with it, you're going to have to, over time, you're going to have to just say, nope, here, this is why I'm not this. This is why I'm not that. Or you bring that up, but I don't think there's any truth to it because of this. Or whatever. It's all you have to do. And if you can't handle that, if you're like, oh, well, I shouldn't have to defend myself against these accusations. Remember, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying I'm seeing a symptom in you. Maybe that's relevant. Maybe think about how to deal with that. That's all I'm saying. If you think couples shouldn't talk about their mental health issues or try to figure out what's going on as they're being literally afflicted by those mental health issues of their partner, I think you brought into a bunch of weird establishment propaganda that says there's a group of experts, they all know the truth, and no one else can ever discern anything. And I think that is deeply in the way of, like, free thought and reality, basically, because not everyone can afford diagnosis and seeing doctors and therapists, and not everyone can get in time, and not every employer has socialized healthcare, and it's just like, it's elitist, is what it is. Okay, we're just people.
Then
And
you think I
and
know
like I
that?
said, I spent half my NEET year studying psychology, so I'm not a complete like noob to it.
Don't you think I know that? I
Okay,
live in
well, I'm just
America.
confirming it in case you didn't know some part of that. I'm just saying it.
I live in America. Our
You already know.
healthcare isn't socialized.
Okay, cool, cool. I'm just saying it's elitist to generally go by only the idea that you have to get diagnosed officially. That's what I'm saying.
I've been trying to say that can't you at least go into this conversation with the possibility that you could be wrong about some
Of
things?
course, that's what I've been doing the whole time.
No, you haven't. You've been getting
No, I
defensive and
totally
shutting
have.
me
I
down.
totally have. I'm not dropping this. I totally have been. I would be willing to hear literally anything you would say, and if anything I brought up, you said, "Well, here's my reasoning. I don't think that's true." I would listen intently.
You
I would
never
be
want to
actually
hear
very
my
interested in
reasoning.
that conversation. I would be very, very interested.
I keep trying to give you my reasoning and then you cut me off to
That's
tell me how
fine.
wrong I am.
I don't know about all that. I think you're falling back into your old thinking because this is generalizing a pattern, a thing that happened before, to a pattern of me just generally doing that.
This is
I don't
something that you
remember
did
certain
today.
incidents I did,
This is
but either
something that
way,
you're doing right
we're
now.
here now, honey. We're here right now. You can talk to me right now about the thing.
I am trying to talk to you right now. I am telling you what's happening right now. You're the one that keeps talking over me.
Okay, this is an intense conversation. Can you please forgive me? It's getting heated. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Use this as practice. Accept an apology. I'm sorry.